And welcome out to Bryan High School, where tonight the Bryan Lady Bears are on BMU TV as they play host to the Cougars of Van Wert. Chris Malanga and Jim Funderburg along with you. Jim, we hope that Van Wert doesn't get their first win of the season tonight against the Lady Bears.
You know what? I was talking to Coach Grosjean before the ball game. I went down and wished him well and congratulated him. Told him it was good having him back here, and this would be our first opportunity to see the ladies play this year. And thought he was playing really well. The team was starting to get a good rhythm, and early on they had some troubles, but you know, just a week ago, this last week, I mean, they gave Evergreen everything that they wanted, losing in overtime to basically one of the top teams in the area. In fact, Evergreen at 7-0 on top of the NWOAL, and that was a ball game where the Bears were just scrapping all night long before they lost 56-54 into overtime, and he says, yeah, but we'll hold that until after the game's over, because this is always one of those games where, as you said, you don't want to be the first one to lose to these folks this year, and you never can tell what might happen when you're playing a team that's 0 for the season right now.
Absolutely, and particularly one you don't see a lot of, because Van Wert, you know, they come out of the Western Buckeye League. It's not like you can go compare them to league foes every night, so you're not going to be able to go out and catch them and scout them just as easy. But it'll be an interesting contest for Lady Bears if they can play with intensity. Now the JV won their game tonight. They were down most of the game, like the entire game, and pulled it up with about 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, able to start making a run for it. Ended up winning on a three-pointer with about a minute left. So that was a exciting finish, 39-35.
Yeah, and we were looking at that. Lauren Robinson then hit a couple of free throws to ice everything out for the win. And I believe it was Robinson that hit the three-point shot too, although we were busy doing a couple of things and looked up and watched the ball go in. So I think Lauren Robinson, the 5'6" junior, was kind of the hero of that first ball game here tonight, as she was able to account for the last 5 points. But as you said, Chris, they were down double digits with 5 minutes to go in this basketball game.
Yeah, they were, and so good for them, the JV, to pick it up, and we're going to get things started. Why don't we take our first break, come back, and give you the starting lineups after this on BMU TV.
Times there's nothing in the world more important than family. We understand that at Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Our entire staff is like family to us. They are some of the most caring, thoughtful, and dedicated people in our industry. In fact, our newest members are part of my family. When the time comes for your family to say goodbye, remember our family, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, in Bryan, Sherwood, West Unity, and Hamilton.
Looking for career opportunities? They're closer than you think. Northwest State has more than 70 degree and certificate programs, so you can start on the path to a rewarding career or transfer your credits toward a bachelor's degree. Your future is knocking. What are you waiting for? Opportunities await at Northwest State Community College. Find out more at northweststate.edu.
Well, I accidentally broke both my femurs as a side effect of a medication I was taking. They had to put in a titanium rod from my hip to my knees. I was flat on my back when I came here to Genesis. I was in a wheelchair for 4 months. I'm doing wonderful right now. I am so happy with my recovery. No matter what I say about Genesis, it comes right from my heart, because I truly believe that they have a wonderful facility here.
to tonight's national anthem here on BMU. Chris Malanga, Jim Funderburg with you. And getting ready for tonight's starting lineup. Jim, as you said, Van Wert winless on the year, 0-17. They're 0-7 in the league.
Yeah, it's really kind of been a tough year, Chris, for Coach Moonshower and his ladies. But as you heard in the pregame, talking to some of the parents tonight, a bunch of injuries to this basketball team. In fact, there are a half a dozen young ladies who we just scratched basically right off the list to begin everything when we looked at the roster, and we hope that everything hopefully everything will work out just well for the Golden Bears tonight as they play an undermanned Van Wert team. And again, the big thing that you worry about is a letdown for the Bears. Though tonight they're coming in with a 2-5 record in the conference, a 5-10 record overall. Obviously, Evergreen on top of the conference was 7-0 start. They're undefeated, but they almost gave that one up last week to the Bears. Then you've got Delta at 6-1, PH and Archibald both at 5-2, Wasion at 2-4, Montpelier at 3-4, the Bears at 2-5, Swanton at 1-6, and LC at 0-7. But man, when you go back and you look at some of the games that these guys have played this year, they've really played some good basketball at times here all year long, and they've come up just short by a point or two here or there. This is a basketball team that honestly could have another 4 or 5 wins under the belt here after a very, very, very bad start, but a very young basketball team that's starting to develop, Chris.
Let's send it down to the PA announcer for the starting lineup.
And a 4-5-7 freshman, number 24, Bailey Curra. And another 4-5-7 freshman, number 32, Kennedy Lamberson. And at center, a 5'9" freshman, number 42, McKenna Groove. Ryan's junior varsity coach, Kathy Lamberson, assistant coach, Bob Hoffenstein, varsity assistant, Colin Walker, and the varsity coach, Mr. Todd Goroshkin. Let's go Bears!
All right, there you go, the starting lineup. You're really into that.
Well, sorry about that. I kind of went a little overboard there, getting my basketball legs right now. You know, when you go back, you look at the Bears lost to Montpelier 48-45. You know, they lost to Delta 57-55. So they've been in an awful lot of ball games this year, Chris.
And the tip is away, and it goes to Brian after it got knocked away. And we got underway here. Here's Miley at the top of the key. Miley goes left side to Lamberson. Back to Miley, back to Lamberson. Now in the corner to Minor. Minor will dribble inside, then back out. Lamberson with it. Lamberson looks to drive, then gives over to Miley. We're trying to work it inside to Allie Minor. It is tipped away and stolen away by Brian. A shot is missed by Megan Moonshaw. And the rebound comes down to Brian. Out of bounds, right back to Van Wert. So 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
Yeah, not a real good start there. Groove with the rebound in between, and past that it's a rebound and a couple of turnovers. Not a good start here.
So Van Wert with the basketball. They cross-court it over to Myers. Myers will dribble around, top of the key, then give back out to Jackson. Allie Jackson will launch a 3 and get it. And so Allie Jackson puts Van Wert ahead 3-0. As Minor brings it up. She'll pass over to Miley. Miley, top of the key, over to Lamberson. Lamberson, bounce pass back to Miley. Miley will go right side, then back to Lamberson, top of the key. She launches a 3, off rim, no good. Rebound will go out of bounds to Van Wert.
You know, you talk about the young ladies that came over here from Montpelier, Chris, Lamberson being one of them. And they're having a pretty good season up in Montpelier. You add these 2 young ladies onto that team, and you wonder where the locomotives might be right now.
Absolutely.
But I'm happy they came to Bryan, you know, and we get a chance to watch Minor and Lamberson here for the Golden Bears.
It's a good family, the Lamberson family that came over. So Van Wert with the basketball, out of bounds. They inbound right underneath the basket. Number 12, Abby Jackson.
And just what Coach Grosjean didn't want to see the Cougars get a little confidence here in his gym tonight.
Lamberson underneath to Minor, gets knocked away, now double teamed. Grube will lose the basketball. And Lamberson will pick it up and then turn it right back over again. So is that 2 turnovers in the same possession?
Yeah, it is. Grube and Lamberson both with one there, so that's 4 turnovers now of the night already.
Underneath, the other way. And we're going to get a carry of the basketball. So the Bears will inbound. Miley will bring it up. Miley top of the key. She'll go left wing to Lamberson. Now back to Miley. Trying to get it to Meyer underneath. That's the play. It's not working right now. Lamberson underneath to Minor. Minor puts up a 3 or a shot from underneath. It is fouled. So Minor misses the 2. Foul's going to be on number 10, Moonshow.
Then we're playing a 2-1-2 collapsing zone in the middle, and Bears trying to find a little hole to get a good shot off.
First one from Minor is no good, off front glass. Front rim, rather, not front glass. Reagan Priest will join. And Moonshower will sit down. Second free throw on the way from Minor. That's nothing but cords. So Bears on the board at 5-1. And they're pressing the basketball into the center. Still behind the timeline. And that is a timeout for Van Wert because they were going to go over to the 10-second. Probably a 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it right here. Jim, first thoughts?
Well, I'll tell you what. Looked like the Van Wert Cougars came out pretty quick. Got those first 5 points, but then the full court pressure seemed to rattle Coach Moonshower's basketball team. And as you said, I think they were about 1 second away from exceeding the 10 that they had to get it across the midcourt line. And very, very wisely, Coach Moonshower uses that timeout to maintain possession. But the Bears seem now like they maybe have awakened just a little bit, and they're going to try to beat them a little bit with full court press defense.
Van Wert was 2 for 3 in the first couple minutes of play, and 4 turnovers for Brian. This is Priest. She'll lose the basketball. Get it back.
Little collision there. They let that one go.
Priest with a long 3, no good. And we'll just go out of bounds.
And some full court pressure now by the Cougars on the other end.
Yep.
Little tit for tat here tonight.
Minor with the basketball. Gets to Grube. Now over to Miley. Miley feeds down low. Krupp puts it up, no good. Rebound comes down to Van Wert. 3 ball the other way, no good. That is Allie Jackson missing that one. Bears do get the rebound. Underneath to Krupp. Krupp puts it up. No shot. They're going to call her for a traveling violation. Checking in is going to be Asia Shurk.
5 turnovers right now for the Bears, so they might are a little bit tight here tonight. And again, you get yourself up for the big games like Evergreen, and then you come into something like this, and you open up just a little bit flat here as we're almost midway through this first quarter, and they've only put 1 point on the scoreboard.
Feels like there's no energy. 3 ball is no good. Minor will get the rebound. That was Morgan McGowan, excuse me. Miley on the right side, thought about a 3, I think, to Minor. Now Lamberson left side. Lamberson will drive baseline, put up a layup, no good, off the bottom of the backboard. Bears have yet to have a field goal tonight in the first 4 minutes of play. Knocked away. Rebounding and getting it back is Van Wert. Jackson will drive, look for some help, then cross-court it to Priest. Priest will throw up a long 2, no good. Schuerk comes down with the rebound. They get it down to Miley. Miley will drive left side, put it up, and she will be fouled.
And I say that foul on the floor before she was actually going into her shooting motion, so it'll be Bears ball underneath the bucket.
is her first team.
So that'll be on Priest, her first, team second. Meyer looking to inbound on the baseline, looking for some help. Feeds it in to Groob. Groob puts it up, no good. It's off of Van Wert.
Off the hands of Abby Jackson. I believe Jackson knocked it out of bounds.
Bears desperately need a bucket right now. Something to get it started.
Well,
Van Wert playing good D. Underneath. And stolen away by Van Wert. So another turnover for Bryan.
As a team right now, I've got them down for 6.
That's correct. So Van Wert with the basketball. It's Allie Jackson. She'll give to Priest, top of the key, now back to Jackson. Cross courts it over to Myers, back to Priest, now back to Jackson. Priest. And knocked away by Bryan, but able to recover is McGowan. Now it's taken away, and that'll be Van Wert's first turnover, I think.
Yeah, that's what I've got him.
Underneath, that is Miley. No, Lamberson, excuse me. Miley dished it. So that's the first points for Bryan from the field at 2:50. Underneath, we got a foul. It's going to be on Shurk.
Foul number 50, Asia Shurk, first, team's first. Checking the Bryan, number 24, Bailey Krupp, and number 12, Kayla Arnold.
Kayla Arnold and Bailey Krupp will come in. Sitting down will be Lamberson and Miley. Also had a couple check-ins for Van Wert.
It's like Butler, number 11, 12 is Jackson, and number 20 then is Schaefer.
Okay. Three ball in the air. That's a 2. Cassidy Myers.
And we're keeping that cushion at 5 right now.
7-3.
Coach Grosjean up and talking to the young ladies, and I'm sure he's talking about a little more action, a little more motion out of them tonight too.
Three ball in the air is no good. That was Minor. Rebound comes down to Van Wert.
Moonshower with that rebound. That one just was right into her hand. She didn't have to move. Long rebound right into her possession.
McGowan over to Myers. Myers working against Arnold. Now to McGowan.
Ooh, there's a carry.
Drew playing some good defense and a travel.
And she's not real happy about everything. She got away with a carry out here about midcourt. Got into a charge there right at the three-point line, and they called her for the walk. So I think of the 3 infractions she just had on that possession, she ought to be happy that she got the one that she did.
Lero and Lamberson will come in.
And the Bears with only 3 points scored here in this opening quarter. Need to find a way to shake off.
Absolutely. Lamberson right side. Tried to dish it into Minor. It was a good thought. But Minor the Van Wert girl stepped right in front of her. Minute 19 to play.
I've got them down for 9 turnovers in the first quarter.
You're probably more correct than I have 7.
Not a good way to start this whole thing. 4 or 5. Well, nope, you know what? I've got a 7 too. I just can't add as well as you can. How's that?
Number 4, Allie Jackson.
All right, Allie Jackson will come back in. Priest will come back in.
And Myers will take a seat.
Yep. The Bears bring it up with a minute 9. First quarter, they trail by 4. Minor with the basketball. Over to Arnold, now back to Minor. Minor will drive, put up a shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Van Wert.
Reagan Priest with that pull down, and that is 6 rebounds now in the night for Van Wert compared to 4 for the Bears.
And the Bears aren't getting second shots. It's like one and done. Underneath, McGowan dribbles it off her foot, able to recover, and a brick by Allie Jackson sits the back of the iron. They'll bring it down quickly. Underneath, Krupp puts it up, no good. That was actually Groob. 22 seconds.
Need to get a bucket here before the
3 ball at a minor is no good.
Rebound comes off to Van Wert.
Yep. And a turnover for Van Wert. They'll bring it up. Lamberson will come quickly. She'll come all the way in, look for some help. Nope, took it herself and put it up and in.
There you go.
That makes it a 2-point ball game. That'll be the way it will stand after the end of a 1. Van Wert 7, Bryan 5. Back after this on BMU.
They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student-athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
It's been said a million times, there's nothing in the world more important than family. We understand that at Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Our entire staff is like family to us. They are some of the most caring, thoughtful, and dedicated people in our industry. In fact, our newest members are part of my family. When the time comes for your family to say goodbye, remember our family, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, in Bryan, Sherwood, West Unity, and Hamilton.
Bears on the defensive end here to start the second quarter as they trail. And they get a turnover out of it. And then a foul.
You know, Chris, I'll tell you, if Coach Grosjean has any solace out of that first quarter, his team played about as bad as they could possibly play, and they're only down a bucket.
Yep.
Now, the one thing you could hear out of them in their huddle was, why can't we inbounds the ball?
That's true. They've had trouble with that.
They have.
Shot up and missed by Allie Jackson. Rebound comes down to the Bears.
That was Lamberson to pull down that board.
Underneath for Minor, no good. Rebound comes down to Lero, puts it up and in.
Nice job by Molly Lero to be where she needed to be. Pulls down the rebound and the putback. And the Bears already looked like they were playing a little better basketball as we open up period number 2.
This is Cassidy Myers. Myers dishes over to Jackson, and she travels with the basketball.
That's her first turnover of the night from what I can see. And only the third turnover of the night here for the Van Wert, or the fourth now for the Van Wert Cougars.
So Bears with the basketball. Lamberson right wing. Cross court all the way to Minor. Minor steps into it, puts it up a shot, no good. Minor only with 1 point tonight. Just a foul shot.
One of the young ladies that just hasn't found the rhythm quite yet, but it's early.
Yep. They bring it underneath. A shot is missed by Jackson. Rebound comes to Van Wert.
Missed by Jackson, rebounded by Jackson. She got her own rebound.
She did. And driving is Abby Jackson now. And we're going to get a foul.
Foul number 40, Molly LaRoe.
Molly LaRoe will get the foul. That'll put Jackson in a line to shoot 2. First one is good.
Checking with Bryan, number 42, McKenna Greer.
McKenna Greer will check in. Delaney Miley will check back in. And she makes both of them.
Good job by Abby Jackson to be able to...
that press is back.
Put the Cougars in the lead here.
McKenna Groob down there, though. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. Step on you there.
First points of the second period there for Van Wert as they led 7-5. Both teams only with 2 points here in the second quarter.
Abby Jackson will get the foul. That'll put McKenna Grube at the line. First one is no good. Second one's good.
Interesting motion as she bounces that
all the
ball.
way down.
Goes all the way down to that crouch and back up with a shot. Whatever works, I guess, huh? Almost a steal in the backcourt.
Almost. Delaney Miley in the right place at the right time. They're able to break it, though. Sierra Schaefer puts it up and in.
Wide open runner.
Oh, yeah. And she missed it. That was Riley Sabins who missed it. And it gets knocked out of bounds by Van Wert, so it'll stay with Bryan.
I gotta say it went off, I believe, 31. And I guess I don't have a 31 here on my sheet, so we are missing a, maybe it's 30. There you go.
Shot is missed by McGrube, and she was fouled, but no call.
Out of bounds again, this time off of number 4, Allie Jackson. Morgan McGowan was the young lady that lost the first one.
Sabins will sit down.
There we go.
Ball is good. That's Allie Miner.
Maybe that'll aid things. Get the drain unclogged a little bit here tonight.
So it ties it up. The other way, Van Wert will shoot and miss. I think that was Allie Jackson who missed that three. They get it down quickly to Miley. Miley, nice move to Shirk. Shirk will put it up. No good. Rebound will knock out of bounds off of Bryan.
Grube looked like the last person to touch it before it went out of bounds. She just ran out of floor down there on the end line.
Moonshower and Priest will check back in. Allie Jackson sat down, as did Schaefer. Stolen away, Van Wert turns it over again. And that'll be no good by Miner, but she was fouled. It'll be 34 Priest, that'll be 2 on her. That'll put Miner at the line to shoot 2. Miner now with 4 points on the night. First one up and good. Hit every part of the rim.
Little hometown cooking right there, baby.
Oh.
And the Bears, I think that's the first lead of the night for the Bears, isn't it? 12-11.
You're absolutely right. Second one, no good. So it'll stay a 1-point ball game. Van Wert will bring it up. Left side to Moonshow. Now underneath, shot is no good. It's an air ball by McGowan. Rebound by Van Wert and shot. And that was Moonshower who missed that. Moonshower. And then a turnover the other way for Bryan.
Lamberson throws it away. I've got her down for 2 now tonight.
I have Bryan totally with 8. I don't know if that's accurate or not.
We're agreeing at least. How's that? May not be accurate, but we both have the same number.
In the air, 3 ball, no good. That was Moonshower again. Rebound comes down to the Bears. Trupp with the basketball. She'll give over to Miley. Miley launches a long 3, no good. That was a long 3. Rebound by Lamberson. Misses the shot. But she is fouled. And that'll be on McGowan. And that'll put Lamberson to the line. Shooting 2.
5 now on the Van Wert Cougars.
First one up and good. Riley Sabins will check in for Schuart. Second one is good as well. Makes it a 3-point lead for the Bears, so maybe now they're starting to pick things up a little bit.
I think they're starting to settle into this ball game a little bit more. They're playing better defense, starting to find a shot, moving a little better.
Defense creates offense.
Sure does.
That was Schaefer that misses that shot. Sabins with it. Rebound. And we're going to get a body as Lamberson misses the shot. And let's see who the foul's on. It'll be on Abby Jackson. That'll be 2 on her.
Second, team 6.
A little more aggressive play right now by the Bears. They're getting the ball up the court a little bit quicker, and they're attacking that rim a little faster too, which is good.
First one for Lamberson's good. Checking into the game is going to be number 11, Ella Butler. Sitting down is Jackson, who had that 2 fouls. 3:55 to play here, first half. That's good as well. So now it's 16-11. Bears open up a 5-point lead, and they're pressing. Jackson able to break the press. She'll bring it down, put up a shot. No good. Rebound comes down to Butler, who draws the foul. It'll be on Miley. That'll be her first, team 4th. And that'll put, I think that's Butler at the line to shoot 2. First one, no good.
Butler is a junior, 6 foot tall, so they do have a little bit of height on this basketball team.
Second one is no good. Van Wert decimated by injuries. 4 starters basically are out for them. Lambertson will launch a 3, and that is an air ball. And then the Bears will foul. That's Sabin's first.
Ball was saved by Grue, but she saved it right to the Van Wert Cougars, and a good effort to try to save that ball, but really nothing but gray shirts there.
Yep.
Probably better off just to let that one go.
Yeah, because they would have had inbound. Yep.
Yeah. Get the foul after that.
So Myers with the basketball left side. Screen is set. She dribbles around, perfectly set up, but then the Bears catch it. Now Butler will turn, shoot, miss. Minor with the rebound. Now they get double teamed. Ball comes down to Sabins. Now to Lamberson. Lamberson looks to drive the lane, loses the basketball, and we'll have a jump ball situation, and it will stay with Bryan.
Checking for Bryan, number 24, Bailey Krupp.
Bailey Krupp will come back in for Bryan. Sitting down will be Lamberson. So Miley back to Minor, top of the key. Now to Krupp, now to Sabins. She turns back out. Now Minor will dribble in, put it up, no good. Rebound out of bounds off of Van Wert. Moonshow will come back in.
You know, Chris, Bears are heading pretty much to their season average, scoring about 33 a night, so 16 here in the first half. Allowing their opponents to about 37.
Minor launches a 3 and nothing but net. Minor now with 8 points on the night. That was a nice 3.
Yeah, that was a nice 3.
They just kept working it open.
Well, you can see the ball was stagnant early. They really weren't passing well. They weren't finding open shots. Now all of a sudden they've got a little momentum going.
For a jump ball, that'll stay with Van Wert.
And sometimes it just takes a little bit of that. You know, it just takes a quarter to kind of work out the kinks and get them going. And obviously Van Wert wants that victory. They'd like to get that first win somewhere, sometime. So nice job of the Bears to be able to survive that first quarter now.
Myers with the basketball, feeds underneath to Moonshower and puts up a shot, no good. You know, the thing though, Jim, doing that, they find Miley down low, puts up a shot, and she hits the deck. Foul's going to be on 20, Schaefer.
Her first team
Be her first. That'll be the 7th team foul. So Miley was shooting anyway, so she will get 2. First one rattles in and out. You know, the only problem with doing that, Jim, I mean, taking a quarter to get warmed up, is you can do that against a team without a win.
Sure.
These big teams, you can't do that with.
Nope. You can't. You have to start exactly the way they did against Evergreen the other night when you're playing a team like Evergreen, and that is stay right with them. And then, they came back. They were down a half a dozen late in that ball game, played their way right back to the tie, and then just couldn't get it done in overtime. Nice block by Riley Sabins. And the Bears come up with the basketball.
Underneath, nice move. And that was McKenna Grube just in a perfect position. Minute 17 to play.
And a nice little bounce pass inside by a Minor for the assist.
Miley will tie it up again, and that'll go back to Brian.
You know, you can just see it all of a sudden. You can also see what has had Van Wert's problems been all year long too. They were out early, and now all of a sudden you can just kind of see that things aren't going their way. The momentum's shifting. Their energy levels dropped just a little bit. When they were playing early, that zone was tough to penetrate. Now all of a sudden the Bears, with a little more speed, a little more energy, better passing, they're finding that little seam in that zone that's not quite as tough as it was in the first 8 minutes of this ball game.
Yeah, they're doing a much better job on the defensive end too, as Van Wert takes a 30-second timeout.
All in all, you know, I'll tell you what, you take a look at this Bears basketball team, and it's a very young program, a very young team, and it's good to see that starting to get a little confidence, getting a few things going. You know, this is not a state contender yet, but it sure is a basketball team that's shown some improvement, and most of these young ladies will be back again next year.
Kayla Arnold checks in. Miley must have had blood or something, because she heads to the training room. She had that tie up, got a little physical.
Yeah. You know what, I'll tell you what, this girls game could be every bit as tough as the boys.
Absolutely. That's a missed shot by Sabins. Rebound comes down to Van Wert. Bears need to get back. And a total missed shot by Jackson. Rebound comes down to Van Wert. And that is Megan Moonshauer who gets the 3. So that makes it 22-14.
Foul number 10, Megan Moonshauer, her second.
That'll be a Moonshauer.
At the line shooting 1-1, Allie Minor.
I'll put Minor at the line to shoot 1-1.
Checking in for Brian, number 50, Asia Shurik.
Shurik will check back in for the Bears. First one from Minor is good. I mean, she earns the second one.
Checking for Brian, number 24.
Krupp will check back in. Lamberson will sit back down.
Bears with only one more league game, Chris. They've got the Wauseon Indians on the 11th day of February, and obviously we're heading towards Napoleon next week.
That's in as well. Now a 10-point lead for the Bears, so what early on looked like it was going to be a tough game has turned into, well, kind of what we expected, I would think. Rebound by McGowan is no good. Scramble on the floor, and we're going to get a hold. Let's see who the hold's going to be on. Which way are they going to go? They're going to give it to Arnold.
Foul number 12, Kayla Arnold.
That'll be her first. Team 6. So if the Bears can avoid a foul here, there is no shooting. And ducking under the defense is McGowan, missing the shot. And that'll do it for the first half of play. So 24-14, your score as the Bears lead by 10. We'll take a break, come back with halftime statistics after this on BMU TV.
Looking for career opportunities? They're closer than you think. Northwest State has more than 70 degree and certificate programs, so you can start on the path to a rewarding career or take your existing skills to a whole new level. Your future is knocking. What are you waiting for? Opportunities await at Northwest State Community College. Find out more at northweststate.edu.
I had what is common these days, a knee replacement. I was a week in the hospital in Bryan, Ohio, and then they gave me a choice of where to go. And the truth is, I wanted Genesis because it's close to home. Very good staff, very, very knowledgeable. The stay here was really sensational. I'm on the road to recovery, and I wouldn't have been had I not come and stayed here.
We may not like it, but winter's coming to Northwest Ohio. Is your vehicle ready? Now's the time to make sure. Now's the time to call and schedule an appointment for our technicians to check your wipers, your belts, and your battery. If you need tires, we're the place to come. We price match as well as give you free lifetime rotation on any set of tires. Don't forget, we have a full-service detail shop to help reduce the damage caused by road salt and sand. Plus, we've paved our parking lot to make it easier on a normal day, or that snowy day coming down the road.
At Krill Funeral Service, we are professionals with the sincere desire to reward every family who have placed their trust and confidence in us by being attentive to every detail, displaying the highest level of courtesy and compassion, and providing the greatest measure of respect for their wishes. As remembrance planners, our goal is to help families find joy in the way they choose to remember, honor, and celebrate the wonderful life of their loved one. Krill Funeral Service, we are experts at helping hearts heal.
We may not like it, but winter's coming to Northwest Ohio. Is your vehicle ready? Now's the time to make sure. Now's the time to call and schedule an appointment for our technicians to check your wipers, your belts, and your battery. If you need tires, we're the place to come. We price match as well as give you free lifetime rotation on any set of tires. Don't forget, we have a full-service detail shop to help reduce the damage caused by road salt and sand. Plus, we've paved our parking lot to make it easier on a normal day, or that snowy day coming down the road.
Did you know the Bryan Water Department has provided water service to the citizens of Bryan since 1892? And today we supply an average of 1.5 million gallons of safe drinking water every day.
For more Did You Know, find us on the web or like us on Facebook.
Back out at Bryan. Talk, Jim.
24-14 here at the halftime.
Excuse me. Woo.
As the Golden Bears up to a 10-point lead. Chris, it was 7-5 at the end of the first quarter. Yep. And the Bears basically outscored Van Wert 19-7.
Yep.
As our cracked statistician came up and told us here a little while ago. So the Bears all of a sudden finding their rhythm, finding their mojo there in that second period after being down a bucket at the end of one, and much better second period for Coach Grosjean and his Lady Bears. And I'm sure that that's kind of what he's talking to him about right now, is to keep up that kind of energy, keep those kind of numbers going, because it was really kind of a slow start. But as you commented a couple of times, it does seem like they found their way here in that second period.
Van Wert, it was 5 of 25 from the field only. Bears just 6 of 28 though. Van Wert was 3 of 14 from 2, 2 of 11 from three-point range, 2 of 4 from the foul line. Here's the difference though, Jim. Bryan was 2 of 7 and 4 of 21 from 2, 2 of 7 from 3, but they also shot 14 free throws, making 10 of them.
Wow.
So that's where you get into it. Kind of crazy. Taking a look at some individual statistics, let's look at the Cougars first. Leading scorer for the Cougars is Abby Jackson with 4 points. She's 1 of 2, and she also has 2 free throws. Allie Jackson is 1 of 8 from the field, and that was a three-pointer. Megan Moonshower has 3 points. She was 1 of 5 from the field, also a three-pointer. Let's see. And Sierra Schaefer was 1 of 2 from the field. So Van Wert just shooting 20% from the field, 21% from two-point range, 2 of 11 from three-point range, that's 18%, and they are 2 of 4 from the foul line for 50%. Taking a look the other way, though, for the Bryan Golden Bears, Leading scorer for the Bears is Allie Miner. She is 2 of 10 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, and 4 of 6 from the line. So she has all of her points on three-pointers and foul shots.
Wow.
She doesn't have a regular field goal. Next is Kennedy Lamberson. She is 2 of 7 from the field, 4 of 4 from the line. And then let's see, who else do we have in scoring? McKenna Grube is 1 of 5 with 3 points. She has a free throw and a field goal. Molly LaRoe has 1 field goal. She's 1 for 1. And Delaney Miley has 1 point, just a foul shot. Bears shooting 21% from the field, 19% from 2-point range, 28% from 3-point range, and 71% from the foul line, which is good.
Yeah, that's very good.
You have some rebounds and turnovers.
Rebounds, I've got the Bears down for 15. They started with only 6 in that first quarter, picked up 9 in the second quarter, so not only did their shooting get better, their rebounding got better. Amazingly enough, Van Wert was 7 rebounds in quarter number 1, 7 rebounds in quarter number 2. I've got them down for 14. For Van Wert, 6 turnovers now, and for the Bears, 8 turnovers. And the Bears really, a sloppy first quarter as they had the bulk of those turnovers in period number 1, and then all of a sudden, as we said, they settled down, they started playing their game, they started playing some very tenacious defense on both ends of the floor, and the next thing you know, they were able to get out and go a little bit. The one play that I know that they'd like to have back just a little bit, the run out where they had 2 Bears basically down underneath the bucket without any Van Wert Cougars.
Yep.
They passed the ball nicely and they missed the lay-in, and then neither one of them got the rebound, and they turned it right back over. Didn't turn it over, but gave it right back to the Van Wert Cougars, which was just a dead-on 2-foot shot with nothing but white shirts around it to start with, and then it took so long and they were so cautious with the basketball that it eventually went over back to Van Wert, and Van Wert then took it down the other end. But all in all, I think Coach Grosjean has to be happy with the way the girls got going there in quarter number 2.
Yeah, the second quarter was definitely good. I think you got to be pleased with the shooting from the line as well.
Oh, yeah.
If they're going to send you to the line, you need to take advantage of it. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more and the third quarter after this on BMU TV.
It's been said a million times, there's nothing in the world more important than family. We understand that at Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Our entire staff is like family to us. They are some of the most caring, thoughtful, and dedicated people in our industry. In fact, our newest members are part of my family. When the time comes for your family to say goodbye, remember our family, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory in Bryan, Sherwood, West Unity, and Hamilton.
Looking for career opportunities? They're closer than you think. Northwest State has more than 70 degree and certificate programs, so you can start on the path to a rewarding career. Or transfer your credits toward a bachelor's degree. Your future is knocking. What are you waiting for? Opportunities await at Northwest State Community College. Find out more at northweststate.edu.
Well, I accidentally broke both my femurs as a side effect of a medication I was taking. They had to put in a titanium rod from my hip to my knees. I was flat on my back when I came here to Genesis. I was in a wheelchair for 4 months. I'm doing wonderful right now. I am so happy with my recovery. No matter what I say about Genesis, it comes right from my heart because I truly believe that they have a wonderful facility here.
Well, the Cougars get the basketball to start the third quarter of play. They trail 24-14.
We may not like it, but winners.
To the Bryan Golden Bears, and their first thing is a turnover.
First possession by Moonshower gives the ball back to the home team.
Here's Miley with the basketball, then dish back out to Krupp. Krupp back to Miley. Now underneath, up and good for McKenna Grube.
Nice assist by Allie Miner to just go right back and see the advantage that she had down on that low block for the easy bucket.
Absolutely. Van Wert misses a shot, and then it's tied up. That'll stay with the Bears. I think that was 10, Jim, that made the shot, attempted the shot Moonshower.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right.
It's great. These red numbers on gray are hard to read.
Yeah, they are. At least we're inside and we're relatively close. That's the good news.
Yeah.
But you're right, they are, especially when they get turned a little sideways there on you too.
So Bears with it. Lamberson will give it to Miner on the right side. Miner will drive, come inside, put it up with the right hand. No good. Rebound comes down to Van Wert.
And that's Moonshower that pulls down that rebound.
Yep. And then Grube knocks it out of bounds right back to him.
You know, the thing that I've been impressed with this year by this basketball team, Chris, you know, the two top teams in the conference, Evergreen and Delta. Bryan lost to Delta 57-55, and then we already talked about the 56-54 overtime loss to Evergreen.
It's a steal by Miley. We're going to foul. It's going to be on, the foul is going to be on Cassidy Myers. That'll be her first.
So you've got a team that is capable of coming out and playing with the big girls in the league, really, you know. I mean, only real bad game was that early one back in December there to Archbald where they lost 63-34, but that was December the 4th. They were just really getting their bearings at that time.
Miley is 1 for 2 from the line on that trip. Van Wert will come back down with it. They go left side. Underneath to Butler. Butler will drive, miss the shot. No, that wasn't Butler. That was Jackson. She misses the shot. But the Bears will foul. That'll be on Grube. That'll be her first.
Number 42, McKenna Grube, her first, team's first.
So Van Wert will inbound under the basket. Oh, she has somebody wide open and missed her. Tell you what, you couldn't get any closer than Megan Moonshower was. Moonshower misses a 3. She was wide open on the wing, Jim. You just didn't get her. Underneath, shot up and good by Grube. But they can do that all night. That was Lamberson to Grube.
Yep, gotta like that.
Cross court, 3 ball in the air, no good. That's Jackson. Rebound comes down to Van Wert, then stolen away by Miley. I'm sorry, that was not Miley, that was Miner. Miley with it though now. Back to Miner, top of the key. She thought about a long 3. Then back to Miley, now to Miner again. And they'll reset back between the circles. Miner, over to Miley. Miley dribbles, over to Lamberson. Lamberson will feed underneath, back out. Now all the way cross court to Miner. Miner will drive, feed to Lamberson. Lamberson launches a 3, nothing but nets. 32-14, that was nice right there.
That was.
And that'll be a Van Wert timeout with 5:21 remaining. And we will take it. Actually, we'll see. Does Chris Bryce have anything down there for us? Is Chris around? All right, let's bring Chris Bryce in here. Hang on one second. I got to push some buttons.
I think the little fella got lost in
Mr.
the bus.
Bryce?
Hey, it's we got some scores down here in the bus. It's Montpelier over Tenora, 36-22. At the half, it's Wayne Trace over Continental, 53-24. That was actually after 3. It's Patrick Henry over Pettysville, 21-12. Stryker over Antwerp, 22-17. In boys basketball, we have Paulding over Hicksville, 16-12. And Fayette over Delta, 28-14, and that's at after 3. That's all I got down here at the bus. Back up to you guys.
Thank you, Mr. Bryce. Appreciate that.
And you know, we're about ready for tournament action here pretty quick, Chris. Bears have a Lida on the 16th at 6:15 at Lipsick, and then other conference teams, Wauseon will take on the winners of Rogers and Woodward on the 20th. That'll be played at Toledo Bowser.
That's where the Bears used to play their sectionals. They must have changed it.
Yeah, so that somehow we've gotten get to run down to Leipzig here for a ball game. That's always it's always pretty in the big metropolis of Leipzig in the month of February. That's for sure.
Or it's always how the Northwest Ohioans say it, lip sync. And we're gonna get, what are we getting? They're a travel.
Travel.
He had to decide what was going on there. He had about 3 different calls he was going to make.
Wasn't sure whether he was going to call it a travel or whether he was going to call it a carry. She definitely turned the ball over. All the way around. And I think it probably was more of a carry than a travel, but same result on the other end.
Miley will bring it down for the Bears. Nice move, Miley. Last second dish off to Miner. Miner misses the shot off front. Iron. Rebound comes down to Van Wert. They're pushing it. And they stop. And stolen away by Miley again. No, that's Miner again. And we've got a timeout. That'll be a 30-second timeout. Nice timeout by Coach Grosjean. Woo!
You do have a kind of a unique situation down in D3 basketball here, Chris. Archibald is playing LC on the same night that Bryan starts. They're playing Liberty Center at Sylvania Northview. This is a 7 o'clock game. Evergreen is against Gibsonburg on the 17th as well. They're at Springfield High School. Swanton's playing Woodmore on the 17th at 8 o'clock at Springfield. PH is playing Coldwater on the 18th. They're down at Bluffton. And then in D4, Montpelier will play Edgerton on the 16th. That's an 8 o'clock game, and that'll be right here at Bryan High School. So it's hard to imagine, but tournament time is right around the corner for the ladies, and the boys then will have...
They'll draw on Sunday.
They'll have a draw here Sunday,
Bears will inbound. Kayla Arnold is checked in. Arnold with the basketball. And, missing the shot is Miner. That'll be on number 12, Abby Jackson.
Number 12, Abby Jackson, her third.
That'll be the third for her.
There we go. That works a lot better.
Miner up and good on the first one.
Taking her game, number 20, Sierra Schaefer.
Schaefer will check in.
Taking her game, number 11,
Ella Butler will check in.
Tell you what, Miner, since the first quarter, boy, I'll tell you, her energy level has just shot through the roof. She's starting to really play some basketball all over the floor. In fact, all the Bears now taking that extra step.
Van Wert with the basketball. Trying to work against Arnold. They get in the corner for a 3, no good. Rebound comes down to Van Wert, and that's up and no good. So 2 shots, no good. First one was Jackson with the missed 3. And then McGowan missed the 2. And now Bryan comes the other way and a quick layup, no good by Miner. And Coach Grosjean wanted a foul somewhere in there. And instead, we got a foul on Kayla Arnold.
It was a foul called just on the opposite end on the team in the wrong colored jerseys. Yeah, no doubt.
He was not pleased with that one because down here, I don't know who even went up for that lay. I think it was Miner. Got hit the deck. So Van Wert will inbound. Schaefer with it. And then trying to steal away is Lero. Now Van Wert will drive it in. Up and good. That is Reagan Priest, excuse me. So it's 33-16 with 3:02 remaining. Third quarter of play. Kayla Arnold with the basketball. She's working on Priest. Kayla will give to Grube. Turn, Lero, no good. She gets her own rebound. needs to find help. Minor, and now we're going to foul the other way on number 4.
Allie Jackson. And Jackson, I'll tell you what, she's almost Minor's counterpart on the other side. She has been hustling all over that floor tonight. Got there just a little bit late, and the collision caused her to pick up the foul.
Sabins will check back in for the Bears.
3 team fouls now on Van Wert, only 2 for the home team.
They inbound to Arnold, who loses the basketball, gets it back. She dishes to Minor. Minor launches a 3. Her feet weren't set, so that was no good. And they'll come the other way. Schaefer with the basketball. Sierra will drive the lane, run into the Bears defense, then pass out to Priest. Priest to launch a bucket.
They call that one a 2. Must have that foot on the line.
Priest now with 4 points on the night. Arnold brings it down, feeds underneath. Shot up and good by Sabins. Well, you can tell what the Bears offense wants to do. Guard, give it to a forward under the basket. Pretty simple. And then that's a turnover for Van Wert.
Well, I think they found a weakness right now. I mean, they definitely have a height advantage underneath. And they're able now to get that entry pass clean. And obviously, 3-footers are normally routine.
Yep, absolutely. Underneath, shot up. Oh, missed by McKenna Grube, but she draws the foul. Schaefer will pick up the second foul. Grube has good head on her shoulders. Just toss that up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No good for the first one. Bunch of people checking in.
You really wonder where she got that. Got the form there, that balance and that deep knee bend and coming up. It just is a very unique way of shooting a free throw. Obviously, anything to shooting free throws is always rhythm, technique, and rehearsal. Shooting it and shooting. And done a pretty good job with it tonight, but it's just something I've never seen before.
Second one is good. Oh, that's a big 3. Moon shower.
So the coach's
that's 6 for her.
Trying to keep her team in the game.
Wow. 36-21. Bears with the basketball. Minor will drive. Just move around the defense. Put it up and in. Wow. She did good vision right around the defense. Put it up and in.
Never stop the ball, man. Never stop the ball.
Shot is blocked by Sabins. And Coach Grosjean wants him to slow it down and set it up. Krupp loses the basketball, but it was touched last by Van Wert. We're going to see a sub in for Van Wert.
Ticket for Van Wert, number 2, Cassidy Myers.
Cassidy Myers will check back in. Moonshower will come out. I think she got hit in the face. No good on the shot. Rebound comes down to the Bears. That was Minor that missed it. Minor makes that one though.
Sabins pulled down the rebound, bounced it back out to Minor, and knocks down the shot, and the Bears with 40 now.
Yep, 40-21. So above their average, and boy, Reagan Priest launches a 3. That's 7 for her, off the bench.
And we're starting to find that 3-point shot now late.
I think she's the leading scorer for Van Wert off the bench. She is. Underneath, Sabins launches a bucket. That's good. That was nice because Minor knew she wasn't going anywhere. Dished it back to Sabins. Just put up the easy shot. 3 ball for Priest again. That time it's an air ball. And Van Wert tries to save it and saves it right back to Krupp. So Minor with it, launches an off-balance 3 at the buzzer. It's no good. And so we go to the fourth quarter with your score, 42-24. Back after this on BMU TV.
Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
42-24 your score as we head into the fourth quarter of play here on BMU. Chris Malenga alongside Jim Funderburg. And Jim, the Bears outscored Van Wert 18-10 in that quarter, except it was the first time that they have put up double digits in a quarter. So they've got a lot of work to do, but they're not giving up. That's the key takeaway from this one.
Well, 6 rebounds for Van Wert in that quarter and about 7 for the Bears, but they made a lot of shots. So, there's not many balls to be rebounded when both teams are starting to hit, and both teams were.
Yep.
Van Wert with a couple of nice three looks that have kept this game at least somewhat close.
And again, that's Priest for 2.
She's starting to
9.
She's finding that range there on either one of the wings right now.
Yep. Underneath, Shirk up. Oh, round and round and round it goes. And where it stops, we know that it goes through. That was crazy. Foul on Miley.
Her second, team's third.
So Miley picks up foul number 2. Third team foul. Priest with it again. Wide open 3. Sierra Schaefer, no good. Rebound comes back to Van Wert and then finally goes out of bounds.
Priest with that rebound. I think
she tried to put it back up and missed the shot and then knocked it out of bounds. Now Van Wert pressing.
Well,
Miley with the basketball.
They have got to be aggressive right now. And a quick timeout by Coach Grosjean. We'll just get a 30 here real quick so we keep it right here. But, Van Wert, really the only hope that they have right now is that the Bears somehow go cold in this fourth quarter.
And they get hot.
Yeah, they get hot and they get a few turnovers and turn things around just a little bit because you're down 18 with only 7 to play.
Yep. And they are trying to press.
22.
But we've
Bears
seen
did not do a good job with that in the first quarter.
They haven't, and they've had their times when they've done a good job. You got Big Chet over there. I don't know whether Aaron can get a good look at Chet Dangler over there, who's got his sign going right now for us here. There's Chet, old buddy Chet, coming to all the games. He's wound up and ready to rock and roll tonight, buddy. Should have had his shorts on tonight, huh? But yeah, again, full court pressure by Van Wert.
Oh, they find Krupp underneath, up and good. Oh, Krupp was just down there.
Well, when you can beat the press like that, there's always an easy look on the other end because you got 4 on this end of the midcourt line and you're two against 1 on the other end. So if you can beat the press at the midcourt stripe, you normally have an easy look at the other end, and that's exactly what happened.
Number 10.
Moonshower will check in. Bears again press it, and they hand it right to Van Wert. And now it goes over, and you got a jump ball. And that'll stay with the Bears. Lady Bears still hustling. They inbound to Minor in the backcourt.
Well, in reality, right now is when the ball games start to count, Chris.
Yep.
You play all these games to get to the tournament. The last couple of games in front of that tournament, you want to get warmed up and ready to go. And then the next thing you know, in 2 weeks from tonight, you open that tournament up and you hope you're playing your best basketball. And then you want a winning streak. At that point in time, if you could rattle off 3 or 4, the season all of a sudden becomes a big success, no matter what your record was going in.
Yep, Jackson will pick up her 4th foul, and that battle down there between Asia Shurk and Jackson is one for the ages. They're just fighting it down there, man.
And the Bears now with their biggest lead of the night at 20.
Remember, they were down by 10-13, somewhere in there. Shurk puts it up, no good, gets her own rebound. And now I think she gets fouled.
The Bears were down 7-5 at the end of the first period.
Yeah.
But they were down 7-1 in that first period as well.
That's what I was thinking.
Yep. Got off to just a miserably slow start for the first 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden they just somehow went over to the bench at the end of the first quarter, and I think Coach Grosjean says, I'll tell you, if you're going to keep playing like this, we're just going to going home tonight, I believe.
That's right.
And instead they came out and really started playing well in the second quarter, and then they just stretched that lead quarter by quarter.
Shurk has 1 for 2 down there.
Now it's the biggest lead of the night at 21.
Oh, she almost walked. But that was a turnover as Miley steps in front of a pass. Miley will take it the whole way, put it up, and good. Love the transition basketball right there, Jim, where you can make the steal and get the bucket on the other end.
23 now, the biggest lead.
And again, Miner steals it away. Up and good. And she was fouled afterwards.
And that was Moonshower on the foul, kind of a desperation foul at the very end.
She may have gotten the worst of it, too.
Yep, I think she did.
It's 3rd on Moonshower. Allie will go to the line for the traditional 3-point play. Shurk will sit down. Sabins will come in. Up and good for Miner. 52-26. Hope we'll get a chance to talk to Coach Grosjean after this one. I'm thinking I'll have a little bit more than that to say, Eric. It's a good thing people can't hear what goes on. Shot is missed by Jackson. Yeah, I think there's a foul on the rebound now.
Bears now double them up 52-26, Chris, with only 5 to play in the ball game.
Priest picks up foul number 4. And that is 8th team foul, which means Miley will head to the line to shoot 1 and 1. And now's where the game gets extended.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
First one, no good. Well, it's not if they miss the first one, then it doesn't get extended. Van Wert with the basketball. Bears still playing great D. Knocked away by Miner, and she will get fouled.
Reaching, I think, went to Myers after she lost the basketball to Miner. And I'll tell you what, if you're Coach Grosjean, you have to be really excited about that young lady. Only a sophomore, and you can see that the next couple of years, well, I guess you just have to say that she's just going to be a minor, right? Yep. I mean, I think you go back to Brock here a couple of years ago with her big brother. He had quite the football career here in this town, and baseball as well.
That shot is missed.
And now little sis just might be able to put her name on the map on the other side playing some basketball.
So Van Wert has it. Oh, long 3. Nice defense, though, by Miner. That is missed. As Jackson had missed it. And it'll stay down here. Want to say hi to the Miley family. They're actually watching and listening on their way back from Monclova.
Oh, wow. Okay, so, there you go.
And that's going to be a foul.
Well, if you're driving, the idea is to, be able to keep at least one eye on the road. And, you know, if you're capable of it, try to keep both hands on the wheel, right?
Now, as soon as I said the shout out, Delaney picked up a foul. That's okay. It was good D. I like these girls aren't quitting even up big.
Yeah, no, you know, they came out a little bit sluggish, but ever since that first quarter, Chris, they found their way, and this is the kind of basketball you're hoping they're playing at this time of year.
Yep.
Couple of interesting ball games, you know, the one out of conference with Napoleon next week, and then that last game against Wauseon. And it doesn't really matter what the records are with Wauseon. They're 2-4 in the conference right now. We're 2-5.
Lamberson misses the 3. She gets a 2 and misses it, and then Sabins cleans it up.
Love
so 54-28.
Love to be able to come away with a couple of wins, getting themselves set up for that first tournament game.
Stole it away by Krupp. Actually, it was Grube that stole it. His numbers all look the same to me.
Looked like Grube was the intended receiver on that one, actually.
She stepped right in front of it.
Yep, saw it coming all the way and stepped right into it.
And that same way the other way as Allie Jackson does the same thing to the Bears.
Number 30, Morgan McGowan.
Morgan McGowan will check in. Sitting down is Ella Butler.
You know, McGowan's the only senior on this Van Wert team, too, so it's a young basketball team that came up from Van Wert tonight, too.
Miley with the basketball. Stole it away. Myers with the layup.
Myers goes coast to coast. She's only a sophomore.
Lamberson gets double teamed, looking for some help, and she gets fouled. It's going to be Allie Jackson's second foul. It's the 9th team foul. So that'll put Lamberson at the line. Shoot 1 and 1. First one is good. Krupp will check back into the game. Minor will sit.
And you have to think that maybe Minor's done for the evening here. It's only 3 minutes to play in the ball game.
Second one is good as well.
And a 26-point cushion. I like the way Coach Grosjean rotates his players, though, because all night long he has been playing about 8 to 10 kids all night, and that's what you like to see, too.
And they're still hustling and playing good D.
They sure are. They're playing extremely good D tonight. You know, basketball is one of those funny games, and here we go, we're going to get a multiple substitution. Basketball is one of those funny games where sometimes your number ones can play dead even with their number ones, and then your number twos can come in and win over their number twos by 8 or 10 points, and that's the difference in the basketball game. And really good coaches and smart coaches understand that. Like to have 8 or 10 kids that they can play if all possible.
Absolutely.
Keep everybody fresh, keep the other team running a little harder. Allows you to play the kind of defense they've been playing tonight all night long.
Molly LaRoe misses it. We're going to get a foul on the rebound, though, on Molly.
Number 40, Molly LaRoe, her second, team's 5th. Checking for Van Wert, number 12, Abby Jackson, and number 10, Megan Moonshower.
Moonshower and Jackson will check in for Van Wert. 2:22 and counting, fourth quarter. This one has pretty much been over since the second quarter.
Ball went out of bounds. It looked like it went off of number 12 for Van Wert.
Thought so, but they say it went off of Asia. I think Van Wert got a little gift out of that one.
Well, they give it right back, though.
They do.
The inbounds pass went off the hands of the Van Wert player and right back out of bounds. And again, good double team right there on the baseline by the Bears.
Emerson with the basketball gives to Arnold. Arnold loses it, gets it back, gives it back to Lamberson. They better get it over, though. Lamberson gets it over the timeline. Back to Arnold. Woo, that was a little scary. Over to Krupp. Krupp will feed underneath to LaRoe, then back out. Lamberson. Back to Arnold. Arnold just getting hammered, and finally they're going to call the foul.
Foul number 34, Reagan
Priest's 5th foul. She'll be done. So she comes out with 9 points on the night.
And the Bears have an opportunity to expand that 56-30 lead.
Checking in will be number 4, Allie Jackson. Her night was done. She had the warm-up on. Had to come back out. Arnold's first one up is missed.
It's like Caitlin Lucas about to check in for the Bears here. At least she was standing a minute ago.
I think she's going for the shooter, maybe?
Probably so.
Next one by Kayla is good.
And again, the Bears, as you said, Chris, continuing that good free throw shooting here tonight.
Shot is missed by Moonshower. Rebound comes down, and I think they're going to get Shurk on the foul. Yes, they are. That's 2 on Asia.
Minute and a half to play in the ball game. Bears, as you said, comfortably in the lead and have been for quite a while.
Abby Jackson on the line. First one is good for her.
So Coach Grosjean was a little bit worried about how the girls were going to react here tonight and playing a team that has not won a ball game all year long. I think
didn't look good early.
No, but I believe whatever he said at the end of the first quarter, he'll need to keep that for later
That's
on.
That's right. Second one is no good. Shurk gets the rebound. Arnold will bring it up. Left side. Now she comes into the key. Now she just dribbles around the key. Alberta LaRoe. We'll get a foul underneath. That's going to be on Jackson. That'll be 5 on her.
Foul number 12, Abby Jackson, her 5th.
2 now have fouled out. Jackson is upset with that. Checking into the game is going to be 32. I think that'll be Grace Klein. She's 12 on the roster, but
Coach Moonshower working the official just a little bit, not happy with that call.
Shurk misses the first foul.
And the official just, I think, did the right thing, just kind of turned his back and walked away. Has to be frustrating, I'm sure, for the coach from Van Wert, having a long year. As you pointed out, the injuries they've had. I mean, you've only have 8 girls on this varsity roster at this point in time with all the injuries, and when 2 of them have to sit down, you're pretty thin.
Shurk picks up 3. In fact, I was going to talk to one of the Van Wert parents over there, just trying to get some names. He goes, well, you can cross that one off, cross that one off, cross that one off. Okay.
Looks like the Bears are going to sub in 44 Haley Maxey, a freshman. So with 1:05 to play, Bears getting deep into their bench right now.
Yeah, they are. Maxey isn't even on the main roster.
But again, anytime you can get a freshman some minutes in a varsity ball game, does nothing but help that young lady grow up and get ready to play next year.
Absolutely.
Clock winding down under 50 seconds right now, and the Bears comfortably at 57-33.
I think they're pretty happy just to move the basketball around at this point, Jim.
I'd be surprised if they took any shot that wasn't just absolutely a dead-on gimme.
Yep.
Because you're
Arnold
right.
with it, gives to Maxey. Just running that burn offense, Mike Bray, Notre Dame offense right now. It's killing time.
Run out there on the top side of the three-point circle.
Yep. Now they feed it underneath. LaRoe will put up a shot and miss it. It's actually blocked. And then Maxey will come down with it. She'll get it to go to the line.
Well, not only do you get a chance to get in the ball game, you might get a chance to get your name in the stat book here tonight. So
Moonshower will get the 4th foul. Oh, no, I guess that was on 11.
13 and a half seconds left of the ball game. Bears up 57-33.
She'll get 2 here, Jim. First one, off the front short. Get it a little higher.
Yeah, you know, you get that first one out of your system, now you get a little more arch out of that
absolutely.
thing. Maybe get that first point here of the night.
That one is no good either.
Spun out. Somebody on this side gave her a good whistle there right as she was ready to let go of that ball.
Absolutely.
It was on the way, but it wasn't, I believe it was one of the students over here from Wert. I love it, man. That's what I love basketball games when you harass the free throw shooter a little bit.
Absolutely. So Bryan will pick up the win. 57-33 over Van Wert. It was an ugly start, but a great finish as the Golden Bears victorious. We're going to take a break, come back. Hopefully we'll talk to Coach Grosjean and give you some final stats after this on BMU TV.
It's been said a million times, there's nothing in the world more important than family. We understand that at Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Our entire staff is like family to us. They are some of the most caring, thoughtful, and dedicated people in our industry. In fact, our newest members are part of my family. When the time comes for your family to say goodbye, remember our family, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, in Bryan, Sherwood, West Unity, and Hamilton.
Looking for career opportunities? They're closer than you think. Northwest State has more than 70 degree and certificate programs, so you can start on the path to a rewarding career or take your existing skills to a whole new level. Your future is knocking. What are you waiting for? Opportunities await at Northwest State Community College. Find out more at northweststate.edu.
I had what is common these days, a knee replacement. I was a week in the hospital in Bryan, Ohio, and then they gave me a choice of where to go. And the truth is, I wanted Genesis because it's close to home. Very good staff, very, very knowledgeable. The stay here was really sensational. I'm on the road to recovery, and I wouldn't have been had I not come and stayed here.
We may not like it, but winter's coming to Northwest Ohio. Is your vehicle ready? Now's the time to make sure. Now's the time to call and schedule an appointment for our technicians to check your wipers, your belts, and your battery. If you need tires, we're the place to come. We price match as well as give you free lifetime rotation on any set of tires. Don't forget, we have a full-service detail shop to help reduce the damage caused by road salt and sand. Plus, we've paved our parking lot to make it easier on a normal day or that snowy day coming down the road.
At Creel Funeral Service, we are professionals with the sincere desire to reward every family who have placed their trust and confidence in us by being attentive to every detail, displaying the highest level of courtesy and compassion, and providing the greatest measure of respect for their wishes. As remembrance planners, our goal is to help families find joy in the way they choose to remember, honor, and celebrate the wonderful life of their loved one. Creel Funeral Service, we are experts at helping hearts heal.
Back out at Bryan High School, 57-33 your final score as the Lady Bears defeat the Van Wert Cougars here on BMU TV. Chris Malenga alongside Jim Funderburg. Jim is trying to track down Coach Grosjean. Van Wert was 13 of 47 from the field, 9 of 27 from 2-point, had 4 of 10 from 3-point, 3 of 6 from the foul line. And that was Van Wert. Bryan was 18 of 54 from the field, 15 of 43 from 2, 3 of 11 from 3. They were 18 of 33 from the field. Now let's take a look at some individual statistics. First for the Cougars of Van Wert. Van Wert was led by Reagan Priest. She was 4 of 8 from the field. That was 3 of 5 from 2, 1 of 3 from three-point land. And other leading scorers, Allie Jackson, 7 points, 3 of 13 from the field. That's 2 of 6 from 2, 1 of 7 from three-point land. Megan Moonshower was 2 of 9 from the field with 6 points. She had both of those were 3 balls. Abby Jackson was 1 of 6 from the field. She had 1 2-point field goal, 1 for 4. She was 0 for 2 from 3, and 3 of 4 from the foul line. And Sierra Schaefer provided 2 points, 1 of 3 from the field, 1 of 2 from 2, and 0 of 1 from the 3-point. Van Wert as a team shot 27.7% from the field. That is 13 of 47. They were 9 of 27 from 2-point land, just a third. 4 of 20 from 3-point, 3 of 6 from the foul line. Taking a look then, and they had 10 turnovers. Taking a look at Bryan's statistics. The Golden Bears were 18 of 54 from the field. That's 33%. They were 15 of 43 for 35% from 2. 3 of 11 from three-point land. That's 27%. They were also 18 of 33 from the foul line for 54%. Leading scorer, we had 2 players in double figures. Allie Miner with 18. She was 5 of 19 from the field for 26%. She was 3 of 13 from 2-point, 2 of 6 from 3, and she was 6 of 10 from the foul line. Also in double figures, Kennedy Lambertson with 13 points. She was 3 of 10 from the field for 30%, 2 of 6 from 2-point, 1 of 4 from 3-point, 6 of 6 from the foul line. She was perfect from the foul line. Also contributing, McKenna Grube was 3 of 8 from the field for 8 points, 37% from the field, and those were all 2s. She was also 2 of 4 from the foul line for 50%. Also getting points was Riley Sabins, 3 of 5 from the field, 60%. All of her points came from the 2-point area. Also, Asia Shurk was 1 of 4 from the field with 3 points. She also made a foul shot. She was 1 of 4 from the line. Also got scoring for Bailey Krupp, who was 1 of 2 from the field. Delaney Miley was 1 of 2 from the field and also had 2 free throws for her 4 points. Kayla Arnold also gets her name in the scorebook, which she had 1 point. It was a free throw. She was 1 of 2 from the field. So again, Bryan shooting 33% from the field. They were 35% from 2, 27% from 3, and 54% from the foul line. We're still looking for Coach Grosjean. Take a quick break, and we'll come back with Coach Grosjean after this on BMU TV.
It's been said a million times, there's nothing in the world more important than family. We understand that at Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Our entire staff is like family to us. They are some of the most caring, thoughtful, and dedicated people in our industry. In fact, our newest members are part of my family. When the time comes for your family to say goodbye, remember our family, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory in Bryan, Sherwood, West Unity, and Hamilton.
He's obviously struggled a little bit, but he had his kids prepared and fired up, and they were just out playing us, and we addressed that at the time, or at the quarter break, and we played a little harder there in the second quarter.
Boy, from that point on, you guys played extremely well. I thought you just looked like you're a little cold, a little flat there in that first quarter. From that point on, I don't think there's too many things that you were unhappy about.
Well, defensively, we didn't rebound, finish possessions defensively. You got to rebound, and as hard as we have to work at times to defend, we put a lot of emphasis on that, and to not, to give a team second and third chances is frustrating. But other than that, I thought our kids played really well. They played pretty hard.
You've had a year that started out a little bit slow, but I'll tell you what, lately you've been playing some basketball, and as we looked at it, the top 2 teams in this conference, you gave them everything that they could possibly want, and almost came away with 2 wins.
Yeah, that's a credit to our kids. They've worked since day one. We've tried to sell them that defensively, offensively we're a little bit behind, and defensively we got to hang our hat in our defense and just hope we can stay in games and have an opportunity to win those games at the end. Unfortunately, it came down to experience in both of those at the end, and we came up a little bit short. But it's been an enjoyable year. Most coaches would say you're 7 and 13, and it's a bad year. But we threw 4 kids to the Wolves, freshmen. They played 8th grade last year, and we're asking them to play against seniors and kids that have played 2 and 3 years, and we're making strides and getting a little bit better each game.
Boy, you really are. I have heard you a couple of games. This is the first game I've gotten a chance to see you play tonight, and it looks like those young kids aren't freshmen and sophomores anymore, are they?
No, they're coming along. We still got some things. We revert back to our old ways once in a while and get a little lackadaisical, but we've got some good kids off the bench. I thought our bench tonight was exceptional. I thought Riley Sabins came in and gave us some great minutes. Asia Shurik gave us great minutes. Right now, Kayla Arnold's been solid all year at the guard position. So, I'm really pleased with the way the kids have progressed, and hopefully it continues.
Got a game on the road at Napoleon next week. We're going to go cover that one, and then you got a game with Wauseon yet here before this year's over.
Yeah, both of those will be challenges. Obviously, anytime you go to the Grand Canyon, great atmosphere, great facility. They're playing very well. They've got 12 or 13 wins, and it'll be a challenge over there. And then we return home for senior night with Wauseon.
That'll be the last time to play in this gym, too. That's got to be kind of special, too.
Yeah, there'll be some emotions, I'm sure, with especially the seniors being senior night and the last time we're going to play in here, which is, this is a great atmosphere, great facility, and a lot of games have been played in here.
They really have. Last question, we'll let you go. You've already got the draw for the tournament right now. What do you think of that one?
Well, it went about as well as we could anticipate. We were I think the 10 seed out of 12, so we really didn't have many choices or many options. It was either play at Spencerville at 8 o'clock or 8:15 on a Tuesday night against St. Mary's, or go in the bottom bracket, bottom half, and play at 6:15 at Lipsick and play either Van Wert or Elida. And I knew Ottawa Glandorf was waiting for the winner. We just want to have an opportunity to get these kids another game and hopefully be competitive. And if we can get a tournament win, that'll be even bonus. So
yeah,
we'll just go from there.
Well, as Chris and I talked, really, you get to this point of the season really starts all over again. For a young team like this, it's tough to expect an awful lot when you get into the postseason. But boy, to get that first one would be a big one for these girls, wouldn't it?
You sure would. Get the butterflies out and playing in a tournament atmosphere and tournament officiating. It's a learning process every night these kids walk on the floor. So it's been fun.
Most definitely. Well, hey, Todd, thank you very much. Good luck. We'll see you next week, and great job with these girls this year.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Chris, we'll send it back up to you.
All right, thank you, Jim. Coach Todd Grosjean. Want to say thank you to all of our sponsors bringing you the game tonight on BMU. Also want to thank all of our crew tonight. Aaron Gilbert was our camera person. Also, we had Chris Bryce, our production assistant in the bus, and of course Eric Herman, our director and guy pushing the buttons and making it all look good. You can get your game DVD of this or any other event that we have on BMU. Call 419-633-6137 or stop by our office at 841 East Edgerton Street, Bryan, Ohio 43506. You can join us on YouTube chat when the game is live. That's kind of an exciting new thing for us this year, so make sure you check it out. And also you can visit our website at www.cityofbryan.net. For all of us at BMU, I am Chris Malenga. One final time, your final score, the Bryan Lady Bears 57, the Van Wert Lady Cougars 33. Have a good night, everybody.